we've been blaming the payment processors for everything going down on Steam, right? All the bannings, all the censorships, things like that.
Right.
Turns out that may or may not be true. Looks like Steam may have a little bit more to it than we realize. It's not just like we can't just blanket blame the payment processors now. Steam may or may not be culpable. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going down in this here town.
I hate being the bearer of bad news, but today I once again am tasked with being the bearer of bad news. So this is an official statement from the Steam team, the team that is behind accepting or rejecting games on their platform. And I'm going to read the statement from an official Steam employee, and then I'm going to showcase why they rejected it in the first place. And then we're going to talk about the situation and how everything else that's been going on with Steam, itch, censorship of the internet, age verification, brand protection.
I haven't seen this video yet. Is this going to be about the horror game that Hypno covered earlier? I might actually already know this particular story if this is about the same thing that Hypno covered, because I actually plan on doing a reaction to Hypno's video. I watched the first bit of it and thought, nope, need to shut this off. I'm probably going to react to this, so we'll see.
Think of the kids, all this type of stuff, how it kind of all comes together into one just massive mess. So let's read this. If you look long enough, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other partners who are breaking our rules and guidelines. Focusing the topic of the image on a woman's behind is indeed sexual in nature, regardless of what she's wearing. Your graphical assets can be viewed by everyone on the platform and should be appropriate for the store.
Interesting, because I get gifted Gooner games pretty much every goddamn Saturday on SNH, on Saturday Night Hypnosis. What makes this one any different? What makes this one special? I'm actually asking. I don't know. I want to get into this because I'm not sure, but why would some games be allowed and others not? Because I got a pretty extensive library of hentai games at this point due to fucking Anubis Hades.
Oh man, hold on real quick. Like I was in my Discord server yesterday, right? I was playing a retarded game, and I was talking to Serranos.
Wait. What do you mean a retarded game?
Well, a gay woke game. It's called Palia. I was having a good time.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was talking about Gooner games, like literally like hentai games. Like,
I have a point. I'm getting there.
I was like, is there a fucking Down syndrome game? Okay, sorry, go on.
I'm getting there. Hold on. So I was talking to Serranos, and he was going through games that he was really interested in that are coming up in December, I believe. And on his recommended was a hentai futa game because it was largely searched for, from what I understand. And it's like, if it shows up in a recommended list, right, that is insane. Because it's so easy to turn off like any of the, hide the inappropriate games. It's barely an inconvenience.
I've got my Steam pulled up right now, and by the way, Radnetsky was like, "You accept those hentai games?" Yes, I do, because my thought process is whether I'm ever gonna touch it or not. People, and even if it's a joke or not, are nice enough to spend their money to send me a game or something like that. I'm going to accept it. Now, would I prefer like something from my actual wish list or something? Yes, but am I ever going to say no to somebody jokingly or not spending money they didn't have to spend to send me a game? No, I would never say no to that. That's a very kind, albeit sometimes hilarious gesture. So let me just read you some of the games that I've been gifted over the last couple of weeks. Hitler, My Friend, Hentai Vampire, Hentai Tales, Futanari X Monster Girl, Hitler Waifu, Horror Girls, Infinity Boob Clicker. Let's see. Where's some Hentai Elf, Hentai BDSM, Hentai Angel, Smite the Nazis. Let's see. What are some of the others here? Fucking Hell, Furry Feet, Femboy Fuda House. I could go on. Needless to say, I have a lot of these in my library. So yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
Censored. Now, I need to give context here to what image or game they're talking about before we really dive into the conversation and just kind of how bad this situation actually is. So what they're talking about is this in particular from this game studio, Aftermath Z game. It's Red Pine Line. I want to be honest with you, I'm not really aware of them. Like, I wasn't aware of them before all this stuff started happening a few.
So this is what Hypno talked about. Because like, yeah, I clicked on Hypno's video. And I got to the point where he mentioned a horror game called Aftermath. I was like, all right, full stop. I'm not watching. I'm gonna react to this on my own. So, all right, I'm gonna have a little bit more context when going into Hypno's video then, which is great. Maybe it'll make my reaction even better. But anyway, let's keep going.
2 days ago, and it just really blew up today thanks to their official statement showcasing what Steam had to say about why the game was actually rejected in the first place. But let's get back into their initial post. This image is the reason.
Wait. No. So this is the image. Broad in a bathing suit. They said right back here, if you look long enough, I'm sure you find plenty of other partners who are breaking our rules and guidelines, focusing on the topic of the image on a woman's behind is indeed sexual in nature. Why was I able to be gifted like furry feet or whatever that game was called, and that be fine, but not this game with a horror game that has a broad in a swimsuit? Like one is clearly worse than the other.
Think about all the furry games on Steam that show really inappropriate things. What are you talking about?
All right, let's keep going.
This is what censorship is coming to in the gaming industry, and we have to ask now, is it worth it for them to move the goalpost down the line? We could have it all remade and hope they accepted it, but where will it stop? We would need to redo the networking too if we move platform, but do you really want a censored game? We don't. Anyone know of any platform they recommend or publishers that can handle mature content? Let us know. We are also sorry about this. We worked hard to get something ready that we can't even share, but we do have one thing that is playable that we will announce for Halloween.
I mean, I would imagine they're probably going to go to itch.io then, but I don't know. This is insane.
And as you can see here, this is the image. This single image is why Steam rejected their release on their store page. Focusing the topic of the image on a woman's behind is indeed sexual in nature, regardless of...
All right, so the question for you, Cinny, do you think this is Steam acting out of turn because this is their policy, or do you think this is a rogue individual in the that works in like the application department?
Okay, I have a question. Would this not also be part of the Visa and MasterCard thing?
No, that's what they're saying is Steam is making this decision themselves. So when the Visa and MasterCard stuff happened, Steam basically said, we don't have control over it. It's Steam, it's Visa, it's MasterCard, it's the payment processors. This is an actual Steam employee saying, you don't meet our guidelines, not the payment processors guidelines, our guidelines.
Well, yeah, but could they not have changed their guidelines to fit what Visa and MasterCard are wanting? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I mean, the last time this happened, Steam made it clear it was because of the payment processors. Don't you think they would have made it clear this time as well? Been like, hey, look, normally we'd be all right with this, but because of the payment processors, sorry, no. Like, that's what they did last time. This time they're just straight up saying, nope, it doesn't meet our guidelines.
Huh.
So that's why I'm asking, do you think that this is now going to be normal for Steam as a whole going forward, or is this just some rogue, prudish individual who got some sort of beef with, Gooner content?
I am praying it's the latter.
You and me both, girly.
What she's wearing. So let me give a good example on why this statement from the Steam staff is really bad. First off, that image that I just showed that apparently got the game rejected, what this statement is saying is if that character was fully clothed, there was no...
Mind you, something just occurred to me. What was the image? Do you remember what the image was?
No, I don't think I've seen it. I've only seen...
No, it was on the screen. Hold on. So we're at we're 243. We'll go back. Is this image right here? Gal in a bathing suit.
Full bathing suit. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Exactly. Full bathing suit. It's because the developers claiming it's specifically because of this image. Steam stated it's because of that image. So if that's the case, what was the marketing like for GTA 6? Which we all know will be allowed on Steam. Right?
Right.
Well, let me pull up an image from GTA 6. Let's see. Here we go. Here it is. Tell me, by their own logic, why should they host GTA 6?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's an excellent question. But weren't we accepting full-size bathing suits? Like not even bikinis, but like full-size bathing suits by like the 1920s or something?
I mean, I don't know about none of that. Believe it or not, my knowledge on the history of women's like swim garments there's a bit of a gap in that knowledge of mine. But
Point being is why are we suddenly so fucking prudish?
well, and that's the question. Is it just this one douche canoe of an individual? And if enough people cover this, we make a big enough stink about it. Savvy, Hypno, Chibi, us. Will this get fixed, or is this just the new normal for Steam?
No, actually, Zach says, "How do they know it's a woman?" Okay, so here's the other, here's the question
That was
I
a
now
good
have: is the fact that they're trying to get rid of gender identity to basically fall in line and just be like, nothing can be sexy because we don't know what a woman is anymore.
But I mean, we don't have any history of Steam pulling shit like that. That's why I can't, like, I don't want to jump to the political, oh, it's the tranny's fault thing, which I'm game to do. You know how much I love making fun of the fucking woke leftoids. But because there's no, at least to my knowledge, history of Steam making these sorts of politically based decisions, it's not like we have data to pull from that would lead us to that assumption, you know?
Is Gabe a come again Christian, or what's the word? The
Born again Christian.
Born again Christian. There you go.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, if he is, that'd be news to me. But
I mean,
anyway, let's keep going. Oh, go on. I'm sorry. I thought you were finished. Continue.
no, I just feel like, after the Charlie Kirk thing, right? And I'm not getting into Charlie Kirk, but after that, how everybody was like, "We're going to church now." It feels like everyone just turned really prudish all of a sudden.
I feel like it was on the horizon way before then. Like maybe there was an acceleration of like the what do they call it, the right wing extremists, the Christofascists. So maybe there was an acceleration with the Christofascists. By the way, for those of you guys watching this on the replay, or if we clip this into a video, not calling Charlie Kirk a Christofascist, he was fucking awesome. But of course, there are individuals that are to the extreme right that they're trying to employ, like people like John Delarose, for example, people that basically want a white Christian Catholic ethno state and want to see porn banned when porn is anything they don't like that features a woman even remotely being attractive or sensual or whatnot. So maybe there's been an acceleration with the Christofascists in the aftermath of that, but I'm not sure.
Was no skin showing, the game would still be rejected because of that image. And once again, I want to point this out. She's not even in the center frame. She's not like dead center, like plastered full in your face. She's on the side of the image. The wording's on top and all that. You see the water and all that.
It's a very basic lower image. Back.
And the fact of the matter is that it's implied that this image alone, even if the character was fully clothed, like there was literally no skin, like her backside wasn't showing any skin, you would get your game censored. Like your game would be rejected on Steam because of this image. And that is the problem here with this Steam statement. Like the
I'm going to do something that hopefully doesn't get the stream taken down in any way, shape, or form. But I feel like it's important to note. So this is my Steam library. I was gifted this game. This is the poster for Femboy Fuda House. This is just full on display.
It's not bad.
Like, obviously, I don't have the game installed, by the way. It was gifted to me as a fucking joke, as I've made clear. But the fact of the matter is, this is apparently fine, but the other thing isn't.
I don't know. They have are they going to crack down later? Are they going to retroactively, go through their entire catalog of millions of games and just be like, nope, too much skin.
Oh,
What
you're
the fuck
asking,
is
are they
that?
going to pull a retro treatments? Because, for those of you guys that didn't see the video that I did on this situation, because it fucking bombed. Retro Achievements did. Retro Achievements, because there's a Pokemon ROM hack that dared make Hitler jokes. The fucking idea, not only did that game's petition for having an achievement system set up for it get pulled, they also decided to retroactively pull other games.
Wow.
So, I mean, you're asking a very valid question because we saw this happen literally just a week ago on a different gaming site.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's interesting time to be a gamer.
Statement from this employee.
I hate it.
And this instantly makes me start thinking about what's been happening as of late, at least in just the last week alone. For those that are unaware, there has been a lot of games that have been trying to come out on Steam that are Japanese related, by the way, that have been getting rejected for another reason or that, basically just out of nowhere, just completely out of the blue. Their release on the Steam page is rejected and they can't even release the game to everyone to see, and they have to go to alternative sites or alternative, platforms to be able to release their game. This has happened like 3 to 4 times at this point now, and it's honestly pretty concerning. And as I've already made a video a few days ago, it straight up feels like it's targeting the Japanese. It's targeting Japanese creators,
guys. Stop trying to give Steam the pass. I see a bunch of you. Oh, it might be the UK government. Oh, it might be the payment processors. No, stop. This is Steam. Steam is doing this. I get y'all want to cap for Steam because we love Steam. Steam's great. Steam's up until this point always been on the side of the gamers. Awesome. We all have good memories with Steam. We all have gaming on PC because PC is the master race. Zig Heil and all that. But Steam themselves said we're not allowing this by our own rules. Blame Steam. Do not try and cap for Big Daddy Corpo. I love Steam, but the same people that are like looking for excuses as to why this isn't Steam's fault are the same people that throw bitch fits about Nintendo. At least be fucking philosophically consistent. If you're gonna bitch and moan about Nintendo, which is completely justifiable, they do some shitty stuff. Bitch and moan about Steam coming out and saying this image breaks our terms of service when it clearly doesn't, by the way. Therefore, we're not going to allow it.
Game creators and all that, it kind of feels racist and xenophobic to a degree. I've already went all into that in a previous video, so I'm not going to retread old ground. But the point of the matter is that it's very obvious that when I take a look at this situation, and now I look at this statement from a Steam employee, I feel like there is people within their staff, their moderation staff, that are compromised. They are pushing an agenda. They are trying to...
Exactly. That is my thought. That is 100% my thought. This isn't necessarily Steam as a whole. I'll grant you all that. But this isn't the UK government. This isn't the payment processors. There are some freakazoids, be it far-right Christo-fascists that don't want to see anything sexual, or far-left lunatics that don't like the idea of, oh, look at this hot woman that gives us wrong standards of beauty or whatever. Point is, two sides of the same coin, horseshoe theory coming in hot. They are doing the work to censor shit they don't like, and which is why maybe, just fucking maybe, enough people covering this and talking about it can get it fixed. You say Patrick Rock says he bets someone on the left. We don't even have enough information to make that claim. We see what idiots like Melanie Mack and Razor Fist and John Della Backhole and whatnot all have stated, and all of them are trying to do. Ban porn, as if that fucking image of a woman in a bathing suit by a lake is fucking porn. I'm not going to jump to the idea that it's the left and just create this ridiculous political division when it could just as easily be a Christo-fascist on the right.
Yeah. No, I don't see this as a left or right thing. This is just somebody is being extra retarded. Can they not appeal this decision and have somebody else review it?
Well, so the way this sounds is that they tried to appeal it because it says the message from Steam team October 30th. So this is the Steam team responding to them. If you look long enough, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other partners who are breaking our rules and guidelines. Focusing on the topic of the image on a woman's behind is indeed sexual in nature. Regardless of what she's wearing, your graphical assets can be viewed by everyone on the platform. It should be appropriate for the store. So this isn't an initial, we're taking your stuff down. This is a response to something. And it sounds like from the wording, it's a response to them already appealing it, saying, yo, why didn't our game get approved? Well, if you look long enough, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other, it seems like there was a conversation that was ongoing here.
Yeah, no, it really does. I want to know what else was said.
I do as well. I absolutely do as well.
willy-nilly censor things, whatever they want. If they don't like it, they're going to censor it. They will go out of the way to target a certain series, but if it's probably content they're fine with, they'll let it fly under the radar. I mean,
Elemental
Steam
Zero,
even
Shadow Dragon Link.
acknowledges this employee.
I've asked Savvy to come on the show multiple times, like 2 or 3 times. She's never responded to me. If y'all want her on the show, start just tagging her in mass and tell her to fucking check her DMs. I'll put it that way. But framed in gold for a 2-banger says, what's your Steam code? I'll pick a good one to give you. I'll put my Steam code in chat in just a moment. Also, thank you for the 2-banger, bud. Appreciate you. Let's get you a clip real quick. You know what? Since we're talking about censorship due to sexual comment, this is a good one.
I'd fuck one of the robot dogs.
All right, thank you much, brother. Let's keep going.
Acknowledges that you can find plenty of other partners who are breaking our rules and guidelines. They straight up admitted they are aware of it and know people do it, and regardless, they're still focusing on this one creator. And obviously there's thousands upon thousands of games, don't get me wrong, but the point of the matter is, it's very clear that whoever this employee is at the very least, they have some form of agenda. Not just on, let's say, adult games, but also just on a woman being able to dress however she wants. This entire statement from this employee is pretty much saying that if a woman is wearing any clothes and she's in a image to where you can just see her whole backside, like from her top of her head to the bottom where her feet are, you are sexualizing her.
You want to know the most insane thing about this that I just realized?
What's that?
What do you see the most when you play a fucking third-person game?
What do you mean? No, I don't know.
If you're playing a video game that's in third-person view, what do you see?
Oh, you're over the shoulder.
No.
Or
That's
do you
over
see
the shoulder. You see their fucking back. Third person, you're behind your fucking character. You see their backside.
Yeah, but they don't want you to see the backside.
That's the fucking point. By their own logic, this makes no goddamn sense. Any fucking third-person game, you're already looking at. Why do I play a female in World of Warcraft? Back when I used to play World of Warcraft. So I can look at something attractive from fucking behind.
Yeah. No, even I like the sexy characters in World of Warcraft. So, I mean, like, I understand. That's crazy.
So, like, by their own fucking logic, because again, let's read this part again. Focusing on the topic of the image of a woman's backside is indeed sexual in nature, regardless of what she's wearing. So if you're playing a video game where you're a female character and you're fully clothed, you're wearing jeans, but it's third person, so you're looking at the character's backside, it hypothetically shouldn't matter.
It doesn't, no.
It does, bro, because Steam fucking banned, or didn't ban, they wouldn't even allow this game, so clearly it does.
Well, I mean,
like you, I'm yelling at Steam.
Oh,
no.
I know. But like, all that tells me is that they're ass people. They really like that booty.
All right, let's keep going. We're almost through it.
That is a problem. That is actually insane. That is what this employee is saying. Like, I'm not gonna lie, someone like this does not deserve to be in the staff, moderation staff. They don't. They honestly, might be hot take, people might be upset when we say this. They need to be fired, replaced. And I hope that this is just one bad apple out of like maybe hundreds of employees that they have. But judging by what we have been seeing.
But if it's one bad apple, and hopefully he's right, enough people making a goddamn stink about this to bring it to Steam's attention, and Steam should be making a goddamn statement saying, yo, this isn't our policy. This person was wrong. They've been fucking fired. Your game is fine. That's what should hypothetically happen if this is really one bad actor.
Well, no, you said one bad apple, right? So one bad apple can infect the whole bunch. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I would, yeah, throw a stink, guys. Like, actually throw a stink.
As of late, with a bunch of anime games as well, or Japanese games getting censored or removed on Steam just randomly. I'm willing to bet you there is a lot of people behind this. And I feel like one of the other driving reasons to why this is becoming more and more rampant and more noticeable is probably because of payment processors. It all circles back to that. Now, I'm not trying to let Steam off the hook with this one. This is actually Steam's fault here. This is not fully payment processors. I'm just going to say that. But I do think that a lot of companies, a lot of, internet sites and stuff like that are now censoring things. They are self-censoring and going way too far with the censorship because they're concerned that they're going to face some form of fines or issues or regulation issues from these different governments that are enforcing online safety acts, aka the UK, and what they're doing or what's going on in EU or Australia. You get the point. I feel like that's what's going on here. But in turn, you have these activists and these people that have other ideas, using this as an excuse to censor certain games, anything they want, basically, and get away with it, and try to wave away the guilt because it's like, oh, it's the payment processors that are doing it. That's what I think is kind of going on here with some of these cases. Which, by the way, I am curious if this Steam employee would say the exact same thing about a guy. Like, for example, let's say this image, instead of it being a woman on the cover, let's say it was a guy. Would it pass? Would it be allowed? Let's
Yes, let's be real. It would. Let's not pretend these double standards don't exist. Like Cindy, do you for a fucking moment think that if this were a dude instead of a chick, this would have happened?
No, it wouldn't have, because look at Morning Glory Milking Farms. Women are thirsty and
That's
they're
right,
crazy.
baby. Look at it. Look at Morning Glory Milking Farms. Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. All right. Let's keep it going, baby.
Let's be honest, okay, guys? Yes, it would. It would. It's very obvious that whoever decided this decision thinks that just showing any form of skin, and even if they're fully clothed, is sexualizing a woman. That says a lot about them over anyone else. That's all I'm going to say.
Like I said, they won't be happy until we're all in a burqa.
I was literally about to say this is some straight Islamic behavior.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I think that this is a pretty bad situation because there is many examples that Steam is becoming a little bit more censor happy as of late. They've always censored certain things here and there over the years, but it's definitely becoming a little bit more noticeable. But it's definitely becoming more common, and it's definitely becoming harder for people to create adult games and release them on the platform. I have definitely noticed that there's a lot of people that are getting rejected with the whole update with the, you can't add content and all that on adult games with free updates or patches. It's very obvious there is stuff going on behind the scenes, and I feel like whatever's happening here, Steam might be compromised. But I'll leave it at that. Just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because I thought this was very important to talk about because, obviously, I don't like censorship, and I hope that this, studio here that's making this game, they're able to kind of work this out and figure out what's going on. Hopefully, a Steam employee could give us some more insight on to what's truly going on here. But I'll leave it at that. I love you guys. Be safe. Leave a comment for the algorithm.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's check X real quick and see if there's been any update to this. Let's find out. Oh, you hit that super chat, please, Cindy.
I absolutely can. Oh, I have an alarm going off. Hold on. Okay.
All right.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read it and get a clip for them while I check their history.
I've never done the clips before. Okay, I will try.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Butter framed in gold for $2. Where is Morning Glory Milking Farm, the game? You know what? That's funny because I was thinking the same thing. And for that, I have this clip for you.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Excellent. Well done. All right. Thank you for the 2-banger. Truly appreciated. So here is what's going on their X account right now. So this is Aftermath Red Pine Lake. So currently their pinned comment is the one that we saw from October 28th. So 1 hour ago, we all know where this is heading. Whoops. You're sheltering fully clothed women, aren't you? Yeah, Glorious Bastard reference. Clever. Funny. Shows a lot of support. We're in this together. It doesn't matter where we are from. We're all slowly being censored, and we have had some bigger creators getting the word out. We can't express our gratitude enough. So yeah, shout out. Well, let's go ahead and give these guys a follow. Hey, GOG, here our game won't be a problem for you. Would love to chat. We're doing our best to play moving forward. At the same time, address any concerns. We're not trying to scam anyone, rage bait, or make up a scenario. We know it's a very small percentage of people. We just want to clear this up so we can keep working on a plan. We accept that most people don't know the behind-the-scenes options, and it does seem that things have changed. We have not misstaged our game. There is no 18-plus mode that would resolve this according to Steam. Please check the post for details. We have to go with what Steam are telling us because it's their platform. We know that some devs who have 18 plus games have not had this issue because the rules changed after the game came out. I know that bringing attention to this is upsetting people as people are worried it will affect current store pages. If we don't address this now, every game going forward will be subject to the treatment we have received. Do you want all games going forward to gradually get more censored? We will be sending examples of hypocrisy to Steam and posting any here. We haven't done anything to be malicious. We are trying to fight against censorship. We want all the pages of the creative freedom, not just some. If we stay silent, nothing changes. We hope that you all understand where we're coming from. Sorry for any upset any of this is caused by adult devs. It's not our intention. We're on the same side. Let's see.
What is this?
Do these categories apply to your game? Please indicate your game is include the major categories mature content below. General mature content includes content that deals with mature topics and may not be appropriate for all audiences. They checked. Frequent violence or gore. They checked. Some nudity or sexual content. Contains occasional nudity or sexual content that may not be appropriate for all audiences. Now, that one's checked. Frequent nudity and adult-only sexual material are not checked. So it's no different. You know what? No, we were talking about Tormented Souls earlier. Tormented Souls, horror game that I beat the other night. Fucking first 10 minutes of the game, within the first fucking 10 minutes of the game, you are fully nude in a bed. By the way, it's not a sexual game. It's just a normal horror game, very, very similar to the original Resident Evil game, right? It's heavily inspired by the original Resident Evil. In the first 10 minutes of the game, you wake up in a bathtub, fully nude, full titties out, and you can see nipplage. Okay? But is it sexual? No. It's not. It's not done in any sort of sexual way. It's part of like the horror. What's going on? You find yourself like you wake up attached to a ventilator in a bathtub in some abandoned fucking mansion. You're naked, so you're vulnerable. So like, is there nudity? Yes. Is it sexual? No.
What game is this?
By that logic, no, go for it.
No, what game is this?
Tormented Souls. It is awesome. Fucking
Gonna play it.
Awesome.
I want to look it up now.
It's so good. I beat it the other night. It's so fucking good. Anyway, so the point I'm getting at is that they would have checked the same thing. Some nudity or sexual content, frequent violence and gore, general mature content, but not frequent nudity or sexual content and not adult-only sexual content. So like going off of Tormented Souls, which is a game that is allowed on Steam, that's where I played it, it should hypothetically be allowed. What's the next one?
2.
Yes, I also have part 2. I just haven't played part 2 yet. Library Hero. Note, if your app is marked as adult-only, frequent nudity, or sexual content, it's okay to have more sexual imagery in your screenshots and trailer, but not in the capsule or library art. Now, mind you, they didn't have that even checked. And then here's the screenshot. If you look long enough, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other partners. They are explicitly going after this game, even though by all accounts, it's within the rules. It's within the guidelines. We keep being asked about this adult-only tag, so we do our best to clear it up here. On Steam, as a dev, we've only these options as shown in the image below. There's only one option for adult-only sexual content. We can't hit that because we have to be accurate. They decided rating it wouldn't display unless the game page is published. We have ticked mature options for our game. None of this is relevant because Steam themselves told us that all mature games, even adult only, have to have no sexual imagery in the capsules or library assets seen in the image below. So our point is that because the capsules are publicly viewable, they're saying our game page isn't allowed because they class a woman's behind, regardless of the outfit, is too mature now. That they have allowed games with sexual images. All right, you know what? Let's pull up Steam. Let's take a look here. Real quick, hey, Butterframe Gold, thank you, dude. Oh, truly appreciate it. Flesh Made Fear. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, homie.
Flesh Made Fear? Is that a hentai?
I have no idea what it is, but I appreciate the gift of game. Anyway, all right, let's just type swimsuit into Steam. All right. I'm not going to share my screen for this because I do not know what will and won't pop up. But literally, actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me click on this. Let's see what's...
I think it's a zombie game. Oh, that's sick. Nice, Butter.
Okay, here we go. I will show the screen on this. I will show the screen on this. Because I'm not seeing anything. All right. Oh, no. There's titties. Shit, there wasn't there for a minute. Oh, but we got the censor bar right there. Well, there in any of the screenshots, there weren't any. Then the trailer started playing and there was. But that's my point. This says... to be announced. This says to be announced on the Steam page. It's allowed on the fucking Steam page. This is the trailer started immediately showing titties.
That's why I was trying to tell you when there is more hentai out there on Steam that the moment you click on the game, like I've been bamboozled before, the trailer immediately starts with a sex scene.
Yeah, that it had screenshots up when I like clicked on the page. And I scroll, yeah, and then the trailer started playing. But the point is, the argument that Twitch is making, or that Steam is making, is that your game violates the sexual content policies. And the argument that Aftermath is making is that they changed their rules after the fact. They changed the rules because of the payment processor stuff, so now they have to be more strict. Bullshit. This specific game is being targeted because if they changed their rules after, this game is TBA. It's to be announced. It's not out yet. This game that I'm looking at right now, Swimsuit Samurai, should hypothetically be subject to the exact same rule change. Okay, I've got the titties up the screen. I'm gonna share again.
Be careful. You're playing with fire here.
No, I've got the titties up the stream. All right. So this is the thumbnail. Swimsuit Samurai. You got a bathing suit on. Within the trailer, I went over and like there was full titties just on the auto playing trailer.
Yeah.
Why is this allowed on Steam? Why does this say to be announced, add to your wish list? It did not get denied by Steam, but the other game did, even though it's just a fucking woman in a swimsuit and it's not even an actual hentai game.
So basically what Steam is saying is that as long as it shows some really good titty in a nice way, they are okay with it.
That wasn't even good titty. That looked like third grade art. That was basically stick figures with boobs.
Fair, but still, it has to be titty. It cannot be ass.
Dude, this situation is bullshit. This situation is absolute bullshit. So, yeah, this segment's definitely getting clipped into a video for tomorrow, just so we can spread even more awareness. So yeah, what are your final thoughts on this, Cindy? And by the way, we got more Steam to talk. We're not done with the Steam shit because we have a whole other Steam topic right after this one. But anyway, give me your final thoughts.
I'm very curious. But like, I don't know. I really wish they would ease up on the censorship stuff. Like, no one is interested. We're not buying any of the bullshit that they're selling. It has to stop. Like, just plain and simple.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think it's very obvious. Like this is a blatant attack on a game that, at least via all the knowledge we have now, if more comes out and turns out we're wrong and they were lying or whatever, okay, fair enough. But with all the information we have right now, it's very obvious that Steam are the ones in the wrong here. That Steam is participating in an egregious act of censorship. Whether it's specifically because of this game, whether there's something behind the scenes. Again, this isn't the payment processors. This isn't the UK government. Like, this is a blatant attack on this game from Steam themselves. And this is the sort of shit that's going to make me say, it would make anybody say, well, how's that GOG doing? How's itch.io doing? Let's look for any sort of alternatives. Like, this is bullshit. It needs to be called out. Steam needs to rectify this. If you've got someone going rogue in your game assessment department, that's the one that chooses what games do and don't get to be assigned a platform and able to come out, action needs to be taken on this. This is bullshit. But these are my opinions. Something of yours in the comments down below. Let me know on X. You can find me at the Word, and please do subscribe. We're a nerdy news channel. We cover nerdy news every day. Not always about the gaming industry, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check us out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord. Choose the articles we go over on a day-to-day basis. Choose the videos we react to on the live streams, and of course, get involved with over 200 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to go even further. Because we do care about diversity, only one kind of diversity of thought that's interesting to you. Join the Discord, subscribe, and until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.